Hello everybody! Hi! I know it's been a while since I have been back on this channel, but I wanted to come back with just a message for you guys because I know there is so much going on right now. I felt like I really wanted to share some thoughts that I had written down last night in the middle of an anxiety attack, and I know a lot of people are dealing with anxiety right now, and a lot of people who have never experienced anxiety before might be finding themselves experiencing it for the first time. And I just wanted to share these thoughts with you because you might need to hear this. One of the biggest things that I've learned and am learning is you have to let yourself feel what you're feeling. You have to accept the situation that you are currently in. Because repressing it and pretending that what's happening isn't happening doesn't do you any good. Sorry, my dog is interrupting, but that's okay. I personally, without really realizing it, had put up some mental walls at the beginning of all of this. I was trying to just focus on the things I'm grateful for. It wasn't until about like 2 days ago or so that the walls just crumbled, because you can't repress the stress you're feeling, the anxiety, for that long. And it just always comes to a point where you have to accept it and you have to address it head on. The biggest thing that's helped me accept my current situation is that it is temporary. And I know it feels like it's been a very long temporary, but it's still temporary. This is not gonna last forever. And the other thing that I've realized is as I was focused on being grateful, I was denying myself the opportunity and the right to complain, which I think is important. Comparison in any area of your life doesn't do you any good, especially with suffering. We are all going through a collective experience together, but what that looks like in your life versus my life looks different. Feeling like you can't complain because other people have it worse than you doesn't do you any good. You are allowed to feel sad, but it just comes down to accepting your current circumstances. So the next time you see someone sharing that things are hard for them, don't compare yourself to their situation and don't deny them the right to complain. Also, what we are going through is a pandemic. There is no right way to cope with that. I totally understand that people are sharing their coping mechanisms on social media to encourage others, and if it worked for them, it might work for others, and that's great, but don't feel like you have to replicate the sunrise workout session that you saw someone post that they did, because that might not be what you need. You might need to sleep in, you might need to watch your favorite Netflix show all day, and that's okay. You do not have to evolve into some higher version of yourself during this time. This will not be a waste of time if you don't do that. If you want to learn new skills and focus on yourself during this time, that's great, but focusing on yourself looks different for everyone. So again, don't even compare your coping mechanisms to others. This is a very stressful time. People deal with stress in numerous different ways. For me, personally, it's been light cleaning. Obviously, I would love if I felt inspired and motivated to deep clean and reorganize my entire apartment, but I just don't feel like that, so I'm not gonna push myself to. Playing Animal Crossing and FaceTiming with friends. That brings me to another point. This time can be so lonely. I'm someone who very much values physical touch, and obviously that is not a part of this time, and so I've been struggling with that. What we still can do is talk to each other. FaceTime your friends, your family, reach out to people you haven't talked to in a while. FaceTime a coffee date with that person that you've been saying you're gonna get coffee with for 6 months. Truly, I am so grateful because I could not imagine a better time for people to be forced to stay inside than 2020, just with like all of the technology that we have and the ways that we are able to communicate with other people, like I'm doing right now even. And I know that it is not the same as being in the same room with someone, but it's better than nothing. My boyfriend and I have been essentially virtually dating in Animal Crossing while he's quarantining out. Is that how we say quarantine? Quarantining? I don't even know. But while he is in quarantine out of state. And on top of that, we've been FaceTiming with a group of friends every night while we all just play Animal Crossing and visit each other's islands. Truthfully, it has brought me so much joy and really given me a sense of community that I would not have if we didn't have this technology. And so I'm just very, very grateful for that. So please, I urge you to just reach out to anyone that you can. Call, text, FaceTime, whatever. Because community is so important. I think we often take it for granted until we're put in situations like this, but it is really important. That being said, I am so grateful for this community and the fact that this is something that we can do in a way that we can interact. And I love going live on Instagram and chatting with you guys, and I'm just very grateful that we have this. I wanted to share those thoughts with you guys because I think it's an important reminder. It was a really important reminder for myself, and I'm very grateful for everyone who helped me remember those reminders. Hopefully this offered you a little bit of hope, sanity, whatever you want to call it. I'm very grateful for you, sending you all of the love. Be safe, and I will see you guys soon.